If you've ever wondered why the same patterns keep showing up in your marriage search, then this video is going to change how you see everything. You're most likely doing really well in life, and I mean really well, in your career, your independence, the life you've built, and by every measure, you've got everything together. But when it comes to your love life, something keeps going wrong. Maybe the same patterns keep showing up, the same type of man, or maybe things don't work out and you can't quite put your finger on why. And if you're being really honest with yourself, there's most likely a question you ask yourself late night when no one is around. And that question is there something wrong with me? And I want to be clear with you, there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. But what you believe about yourself, that's worth looking into. Because what we believe about ourselves in the inside shapes everything we experience on the outside. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Today, I'm going to share 3 belief shifts that's going to change who you attract, starting from the inside out. Now, before we get into it, I've created something just for you. I've created a self-compassion checklist, and it's 5 tiny acts of self-kindness that you can do today. It's completely free. The link is in the comments pinned below this video. You can go and grab it now, come back, because we're going to get into something really good. So I want to share something personal because I think it will resonate. Now, during my own marriage search, I used to carry a negative self-concept about myself. I used to think that I wasn't worthy or good enough to attract the type of man I wanted. I would compare myself with other women and think that they were worthier, more attractive, more interesting, and lived more impressive lives. I would tell myself, why would you choose me over her? Now, the belief I had wasn't obvious because I wasn't walking around and telling myself that I wasn't good enough. On the surface, I seemed fine. But the moment I was in front of a man that I was interested in, those thoughts would creep in on a subconscious level and would take over. And as a result, I was attracting the completely wrong man. Or if I was attracting a man I was interested in, I would self sabotage. Somewhere inside, I would tell myself that he would leave me because I would believe that the moment he saw I was unworthy, that he wouldn't stay. So as a result, I never showed up as my authentic self. I would shrink myself. I would overanalyze every interaction I had. I would tolerate men who didn't respect my boundaries, men who didn't accept me for who I was. And I let that happen because I believed that I didn't deserve any better. Until one day I felt so tired of not feeling good enough, so tired of feeling unworthy, and so tired of calling in the wrong men over and over again, and then wondering why nothing was changing. That's when everything shifted. I started doing the work on how I saw myself. I started accepting myself as I am, flaws and all, because none of us are perfect, and that is not what the right man is looking for anyway. I started genuinely believing that I was worthy, I was enough, and that I deserved the love I had been searching for. And as my mindset shifted, my energy shifted, and I started showing up differently. And the men I was attracting completely changed as well. I was attracting men who are high value, intentional, and who aligned with who I am. And that is why I do this work, because I was that woman, the woman who did not believe in herself, the woman who did not feel good enough. And I know exactly what it takes to come back to yourself. And I don't want you to spend another day feeling the way I felt. So let's get into the 3 belief shifts that will change who you attract. Let's start with belief shift number 1. Now, this is the most common belief I've seen a lot of women I work with, and that is, I am not good enough. And we're going to shift that to, I am exactly enough. Now, the belief that I am not good enough, it's dangerous. And I say it's dangerous because it shows up in how you tolerate being treated, and how you communicate your needs or how you don't communicate your needs. And when you don't feel good enough, you find yourself shrinking yourself in relationships just to keep the peace or keep him interested so he doesn't walk away. And when you believe you're not good enough, you will always find men who confirm that belief. And here's the truth. Allah created you in the best of forms. You were not created lacking. You are created whole. And remember, sister, you don't need to earn your worth, you are born with it. And here's what I want you to do. Every time that thought comes up, I'm not good enough, I want you to ask yourself, says who? And replace it with, I am exactly enough for the right man. Say it until you believe it because you are. The second belief shift is, I will never find someone to the right person is being prepared for me. This belief doesn't come from nowhere. It creeps in after years of rishtas that led nowhere, rejections that stung, and watching everyone around you get married while you're still waiting. It starts with a quiet fear, and then one day you realize it's become the story you tell yourself every single day. Now, the problem with this belief is that it changes how you show up. When you believe you will never find someone, you start showing up from a place of desperation. And desperation, no matter how subtle it is, it repels the right people and it attracts the wrong ones. So here's an Islamic perspective. Your risk, everything that Allah has decreed for you, includes your spouse. And what Allah has written for you will reach you. But you have to believe that it's coming. The shift is when you move from scarcity to trust, not blind hope, but grounded faith backed by action. So I want you to write this down and I want you to put somewhere where you can read it every day. The right man is being prepared for me just as I am being prepared for him. So the right man is being prepared for me just as I am being prepared for him. Read it every morning. Let it become the story you tell yourself instead. Belief shift number 3. This one is deep, so I want you to really sit with it. From I have to earn love to I am worthy of love just as I am. So many women that I work with, they spent years overgiving, overperforming, and people pleasing in relationships. They bend themselves into whoever they think he wants them to be. They suppress their own needs and they tolerate treatment that they would never accept from anyone else. And deep down, the reason they do this is because they believe love is something that they have to work for, something that they have to prove themselves worthy of. So when he doesn't choose them, they don't think that he wasn't the right man, but they think, I need to try harder, I need to do more, I need to be more. And so I want to gently say this to you. The problem isn't your effort, but it's the belief underneath it. This belief often comes from early experiences, feeling like love was conditioned on behavior or performance. And from an Islamic perspective, Allah's love for you is not earned. It was never earned. You were loved before you did anything to deserve it, before you were even born. And the right man, a man who's truly aligned with you, will love you the same way, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. And I want you to remember this. Love is not reward for good behavior. It's something you are worthy of simply because of who you are. So here's what I want you to reflect on. Ask yourself honestly, where my relationships am I shrinking or overgiving or performing to be chosen? That is where the belief is living, and that is where the work begins. So let's do a quick recap of the 3 belief shifts we've covered today. Belief shift number 1, from I am not good enough to I am exactly enough. You don't need to earn your worth, you were born with it. Belief shift number 2, from I would never find someone to the right person is being prepared for me. Move from fear to trust, from scarcity to faith. He is coming, but you have to believe that he is. And belief shift number 3, from I have to earn love to I am worthy of love just as I am. Stop shrinking yourself, stop overgiving, and stop performing to be chosen. The right man won't need you to earn it, he will simply recognize it. These 3 shifts, if you do the work on them, will change everything, not just who you attract, but how you show up, how you communicate, and how you love. I promise you that. And what you believe about yourself isn't just a thought, it's a signal you're sending out in every room you walk into, every conversation you have and every interaction you have with a man, you change that belief and you change everything. And if this has resonated with you, I want you to go and download the Self Compassion Reset Checklist. 5 tiny acts of self kindness you can do today. It's completely free, and the link is in the comments pinned to this video below. And I want you to tell me in the comments which belief shift resonated with you the most. And if this has helped, subscribe because there's more coming for you soon.